One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to throw. It's Lagway. That's caught. It's Sturdivant. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
Wants to throw on 3rd. Unloads to the right. Quickly complete. Ripping off a really good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
And the Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires left. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Quarterback just couldn't quite find the range on the last play. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. It's Lagway. He's looking deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
And it didn't take long early in the game. That's the matchup everybody has their eyes on. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best DBs in the game. They're going to be going toe-to-toe all game long. That time, the defender comes away with an early win in the matchup, but the war is not over. We're going to see many more battles as this game goes on.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Williams. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Give to the running back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground, take away that run game, make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Rides the back and leaves it. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack, all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama built its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the...
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to go.
There he goes. Big pickup on the ground, knocked out at the 28-yard line.
And what a great decision by the quarterback. Like it's such a timing and art when you run this option. Like you want to get those guys to collapse on you like he does and get that pitch man open. And then you see now he has space to run down the field and make the big play.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around. And this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Lagway. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield. And that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need sixes.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Slams it ahead. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Quarterback may change this route. looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going, down 3-0. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Give to the running back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Pulls it in. It's Adams. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understand the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
Buying some time as he moves left. There's a live football. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about it as a defensive player. But, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming, you really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They put it on the ground last time they had it. Got to take care of it this time, David.
And I think you've got to put in context. A lot of times fumbles are just luck. You just got to move on, give him the football again, Jesse, and not worry about it.
I think that's a good point there, David. Get him the ball again to help him play the next play and know that he's okay. Because when that guy's playing well, this offense is on fire.
Trying play action. Under fire. And the defense makes it play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in 06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Curse, they had a long list of guys that can really make the quarterback's life difficult. You got to put pressure on the quarterback. You got to affect him. Really nice job on this play.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Oh, and you'd love to have that play back if you're that defender. 3rd down, and you almost pick that off. That's a catch you need to make. If he catches that, that might be pick 6.
He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. Like, the passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Trying to make magic with his feet. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together, get one of those long drives going.
The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return. Running inside the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Gators sending the offense back to work. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. You got to stop turning the football over.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. To the air, it's Lagway. Here's a heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
You could clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. Calls his own number. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Gators will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the returner will be brought down. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll move the tight end. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. That's caught. It's Bernard. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Now they'll run the draw. He never had a chance. On the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Russell. That's caught. It's Williams. Nice move. Creates some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Got his man. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Green. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
Beck's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama!
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
On the move from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. This drive will open from the 15. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Grabbed on the outside. It's Ball.
That's a nice catch, and it's a good job staying in bounds. If a quarterback would just give him a little bit more room, maybe have a little bit more space to make a play. Instead, no gain.
It's a draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Can they catch him? And he loses the football. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. They've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
To the air on 1st down. Starting to feel a little pressure. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, that ball landed incomplete. You saw the quarterback's speed, and you saw how big of an asset that is for this offense. There was a good pass rush, but he was easily able to avoid the defenders and at least give himself an opportunity to complete that throw.
Looking downfield, it's Russell. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And that's a frustrating couple plays for this offense. Like, you got the ball in great field position. You are set up to succeed, and 2 straight incompletions. A big 3rd down coming to see if they can maximize this drive.
And it's 3rd down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. No good. After the miss, still an 11-point game, guys. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. As they get ready to start this 3rd quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help.
Oh, he's got some space. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Looking for space. It's Hill. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
I think one of the biggest keys in stopping these big physical running backs is you can never let them get momentum running downhill. And I think that was a big factor on that play. They didn't get him right away. He was able to break a tackle, but he couldn't get the speed going. And as a result, he's going backwards. That's a big TFL for the defense.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Russell. Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. On the move, he fires. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives him the ball in prime field position at the 40. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Going for the big play. It's a big stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Gator. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. That Alabama offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Creates a little space. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. They give it to him again. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got a man, it's Williams.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. With that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run it.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. To the ground, he's got it again. Breaks into the open. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Finds a crease at the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bama!
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Gators sending the offense back to work. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Off play action. Buys a little time. Going to try to get it himself. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And the defense makes a big play, and you could see the quarterback. Once he bought time, started to roll to his left, the defense all reacts, comes to that side of the field, breaks on the football. He couldn't put enough mustard on it because he was running to his left. Defense takes advantage, forces the interception.
They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. They'll send the tight end in motion. Handoff to the single back. He has the first and still on his feet. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a first and 10. Right back to the well. Turning it on. Made a defender miss. Touchdown tie. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. No mid-season concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here we go. Looking for a crease. It's Daniels. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
The Gators send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He's got great speed. Makes the tackle really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Wants to throw on first down. Going downfield for the big play. And that one is picked off in the end zone. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
The most frustrating thing I see in football is when teams give up and they quit and they wave the white flag. It drives me nuts. You're on the field. Your job is to stop them. It doesn't matter what the scoreboard is. It doesn't matter how much time is left. Keep fighting. Keep grinding. You never know what can happen. Maybe you get hot. Maybe you make an all-time comeback.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Gators backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. The give to the back. Couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
And the Alabama offense will take over. 1st and 10.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Finds a little space. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on first down from the 40. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Oh, he wants it all. It's complete. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the stomping has commenced. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Alabama 37, Florida 10.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency there.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll go right back to him. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. He leaves it with the back. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
They run the reverse. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line.
Everybody loves those trick plays, man, those misdirections, but the problem is when you stay home and you play the play really disciplined and sound like this defense does, you knock it dead, and a lot of times for a loss, and put the offense in a bind.
Dropping back, it's Russell. Catch in the middle, it's Bernard. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down.
Black 14! Black 14!
They'll run it from the gun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. The short hands, it's Bernard. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Caught near the sticks, it's Adams. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
How about that defense in the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. Caught behind the line. It's Lewis. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the fourth quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your...
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Well, you don't see this very often. So much for fighting till the bitter end, as they will concede defeat. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.